Well, good day to you. My name is Vicky Quinn Fraser of Moxie Books, and this is episode 5 of Write Like You Mean It. I nearly forgot what my own episode was called then. I think because I've confused myself with my possibly ill-advised outfit of double stripes today, thus illustrating further why I need someone to dress me. Welcome to Write Like You Mean It. Today I am going to be talking about the word better, specifically to do with writing. But first, if you are listening to this live, drop me a comment below. Tell me how you're doing. Tell me how you are feeling about your writing. Tell me how you're feeling about the world, or maybe not because the world's on fire. And yeah, so that's partly why I am here today doing this series, because the world is made up of words, and if we can figure out how they're used and how to use them and how to understand them, then we can change the world as well, because that's the way writing works. It is magical. Okay, so I wanted today to talk a little bit about the word better, because quite often people come to me with a question like, how can I become a better writer? Like, I want to become a better writer. This is something that I want to do. And I totally understand that question, but I'm going to answer it with another question. What do you mean by better? Because the word better, it doesn't mean anything. It's very vague. It doesn't mean anything in and of itself. And it's really difficult to define, and it's very subjective as well. So, one person's good writing might be another person's boring writing. So my question is always, what do you mean when you say I want to be a better writer? Like, how do you mean? So I start by asking people, what do I want to achieve with this piece of writing? Which is often a good place to start. It's like, why am I writing this piece? What even is the point of it? What am I trying to do with it? That's a good place to start. And from there, you can narrow it down even further. You can ask yourself, maybe I want to be funnier. Maybe I want my writing to be funnier. Maybe I want it to be more interesting, which again needs breaking down, because interesting is very subjective. So what do you mean by more interesting? Do you want to be more descriptive? Do you want to make people see, feel, smell, hear, and taste a place that you're writing about, or a person that you're writing about? Do you want to be clearer in your writing? So, do you want to be easier to understand? Do you want more clarity in your writing? Do you feel sometimes like you write yourself around in circles? That's also a good place to start with the kind of, I want to be better. Do you want to write with more feeling? Do you want to evoke a feeling in your reader? Do you want people to feel happy or sad or angry or delighted, or any one of a number of other feelings as they read your work, as they read your piece? All of these questions can help you to figure out what you mean when you say, I want to become a better writer, and I want to improve my writing. It's like, start with those basic questions, like, what do you mean by that word? And that's when we can start looking at how to make it better. Better is a useful but annoying word. So one of the quotes that one of my favorite quotes is by a guy called Verlin Klinkenborg, which is one of the best names I have come across in the world of professional writers. And he's written an amazing little book called A Few Short Sentences on Writing. And one of the things that he talks about is that, good writing isn't a conveyor belt kind of shoveling the reader to the end point, and the point that you want to make. Even sales copy doesn't have to be this way. It's not like, oh, we are funneling people from this end to that end, and then that's literally all we have to do. That's not necessarily good writing. It might work sometimes, but it's not necessarily good writing. Good writing is significant everywhere and delightful everywhere. That's what Verlin Klinkenborg says, and I agree with him. He's right. Make every word count. If you can start with this idea of making every word count, then your writing will automatically be better by whatever measure that you decide to measure it by. This is really, really important as well, because that way, we're not just regurgitating facts. Like, I can Google anything. I can Google anything in the world and find out the answer to it. And that's really boring. And, occasionally it's just like, I just need to know a stat. Like, it's, what time is it in Portland, Oregon, or something. That's fine. I can Google that. I can Google a stat. I can, Google that type of thing. But if I want to learn about a subject, or if I want my point of view changed, or if I want to be challenged on something, then I'm not going to Google for facts. I'm not going to ask AI or ChatGPT. I want to know what somebody else thinks. Like, I want to know what you think. I want to know what you think about your topic, the topic that you're writing about, because otherwise, like, where's the nuance? Where is the you? Where is the other point of view? Like, I want to know why other people believe what they believe. I want to know why other people think what they think. That to me is interesting, and that to me is where the challenge to the way I see the world is going to come in. So make every word count, and then your writing will be better. Is kind of a good rule of thumb. But when you're thinking about I want to be a better writer, define the word better first, and really be clear on what you mean by that, and that will give you a place to start. And maybe in upcoming weeks, I will dig a little bit deeper into some of the options that I gave you at the beginning. Like, do you want to be funnier, more descriptive, more clear, more feelingsy, whatever. We can dig into that a little bit. But yeah, try not to treat your writing as a conveyor belt, dragging the reader along to the end point. Um, Make every word count, and it will be a more fun and fascinating experience for the reader. Hope that has helped a little bit, given you a place to start. Have a most splendid Monday. I will be back this time-ish next week, probably wearing fewer stripes. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments below. And if I could just beseech and exhort you to sign up to my email list, where you will get this kind of thing on a daily-ish basis in a little bit more detail and with all sorts of other interesting and useful snippets too. And you can find my email list on moxiebooks.co.uk/notes in the margin. I would love to see you there. Ta-ta!